Hello everyone, this is SecretDoorGaming. I'm playing something called Yandere Love, Chains of Fate. It's supposed to be a thriller about obsession and love. So we'll see what happens. Let's get right to it. What's your name, darling? Ooh, seductive. Let's see. The Stalker. I don't like the sound of that. The only stalker I have in my life is my cat. It's a normal busy day at the diner where I work. I like the artwork. It's really beautiful. Lots of plants too. I'm a waitress here at Norman's Diner. I only work part-time so that I can make ends meet while I go to school. It's not the best paying job, but it was already hard enough to find employment that would work with my hours. Norman's is a 24-hour diner near downtown where all the clubs and bars are, so we typically get a pretty good flow of customers. It also means that we sometimes get very interesting characters, like the man who's just been seated in my area again. I'm gonna turn down the music a bit. It seems really, really loud. I'm not sure if we can actually do that. But we can. That's better. I see him every week on Sunday mornings like clockwork. He comes in at 11 o'clock sharp, sits at the same table every time, although I don't know how he manages that and orders the same thing. That doesn't sound very good. Kind of sounds unnerving. I know his order by heart now. The breakfast special. With eggs over easy, 4 pieces of crispy bacon, 2 sausage links, hash browns, and 2 slices of Texas toast. Oh, that's a lot of food. The man himself isn't necessarily weird. He's polite enough, doesn't make much small talk, and he isn't interested in friendly conversation, though he does tip well. He dresses nicely. I'm starting to feel like I'm the stalker here. Oh my goodness. Has an air of superiority about him and always looks out of place with his appearance of wealth when he sits on the green vinyl benches we provide. But he is a little strange. It's the staring. Ooh. That's a big turnoff. Despite a relaxed demeanor, his eyes are always moving, following, appraising me. Oh my. I think you should get yourself another job. Like he's attuned to my presence. I can feel him watching me for the entire time that I'm within his line of sight. He's never said anything to me, never asked for my phone number or been inappropriate, but... well, it makes me a little uncomfortable. A little. I would say a lot. Even though he's handsome, how could it not? However, no matter how uncomfortable I am with his staring, it's not like I feel threatened or anything. Maybe he's shy. Maybe he's super socially awkward. All I really know is that he stares, doesn't really talk, and always looks like a model in the clothes he wears. Shelly. Hey Celine, you better hurry before those plates get cold. I'm startled out of my thoughts of my strange customer and hurry to go grab the order for another table. It's always busy here and I should know better than to space out like that. Celine, sorry. I get my table all settled with their food and finally it's time. I have to go take my stalker's order. Stalker's order, even though I already know it. Ooh, she's already calling him her stalker. Shelly says that he's harmless, and I agree. Are you sure about that? After all, it's been months since he first started coming in and nothing bad has happened to me. Well, that's not very good to think. Nothing bad has happened to me yet. He's just a normal regular who likes to stare, and a customer is a customer. I need this job more than I'm worried about a guy who can't keep his eyes to himself. Maybe you should say something to him. Like, don't stare at me? I approach him, putting on my best customer service smile. Ooh, what's with the white hair? And the creepy looking black outfit. Celine, hi, welcome back. Will it be your usual day today, Mr. Stalker? Strange customer, not today. I can't help but raise my eyebrows, and all the time that he's come here, he's never ordered anything different. Well, he's a creature of habit, I guess. I'm a creature of habit, too. Still, other than that, I don't show my surprise. Really? Ready to try something new? Like a different restaurant? I can't help that it sounds like I'm teasing him. It comes naturally to be friendly and inquisitive. Customer service requires a certain amount of extroversion that I've adapted to well. I'm a naturally friendly person anyways, and I do enjoy my job, especially when dealing with friendly customers. I am. There's an odd pause as I wait for him to continue, but he doesn't. So I break the silence first. So, what can I get you? Besides a new haircut. The man's expression softens suddenly. I've never seen him look anything but serious and cold, so it startles me. What would you recommend? That takes me by surprise. I'm caught on my back foot. Already this conversation is longer than any I've had with him before. Well, we have a lot of good food. What are you in the mood for? To my bafflement, he doesn't make my job any easier. Whatever you think is best. Oh. I quickly review my limited knowledge of him to figure out something he might like. It's my job to make sure he enjoys his meals, and I feel oddly determined to make the right choice. Why not just order him his special that he normally eats all the time? That'll make him happy. What would he like the most? I'm gonna go with something savory because that's all he pretty much eats, so... Mind you, I don't really want him to come on to me, so maybe I should pick the wrong choice. Something sweet, it's good to have variety, right? What do you think of crepes? I love crepes. Our strawberry cheesecake crepes are the best in town. That sounds yummy. I would eat that. Ugh, look at his face. The man clearly doesn't like my answer at all. Oh good, maybe he'll go away. I've changed my mind. Give me my usual. I feel like I just failed an important test, but don't understand what it was or what the stakes were. Instead, I quickly jot down the order. Well, I'll be right back with that. It doesn't take too long for his food to come out. I would have put some strawberry in there. And I hurry to serve him before bustling off to my other tables. When I come back, he's waiting for me with an empty plate. The food was excellent, as always, because I eat the same thing every day. Thinking of my blunder, why on earth had I thought he'd like something sweet? I nod gratefully. Why do you care what he thinks? He's your stalker, you want him to leave. Celine, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I blush and fiddle with the bill in my hands. Oh my goodness, you sound so... What's the word? I don't want to say it out loud. Celine, well, here's the check. The man suddenly holds out his hand. My name is Damien. I can't help but remember how he's been essentially stalking me at my place of work for the past several months. Why speak up now? He never has before. Still, it's only polite. Don't take his hand, don't take his hand. Celine, my name is Celine, it's nice to meet you. Oh, bad move. I take his hand, but instead of shaking it, he brings my hand up and brushes his lips against my knuckles. Ah! Wrong move. Damien, a pleasure, Celine. Where can I wash this hand now? Can she chop it off? No. I guess she needs that hand. What on earth? He's got me tongue-tied. He then takes the check from me and nods. Have a good day. Oh, I should sound kind of coy. I'm still blushing like a tomato. Like a tomato? You say like a rose. I'm still blushing like a rose as he walks toward the checkout counter. I'm glad I can escape his Damien's presence without having to talk to him anymore. He really flustered me. My goodness, girl. You're like a wet noodle. Fortunately, the rest of my shift goes well and time seems to fly by. I'm excited to get home, get off my feet, and relax with some TV. The gift. Uh-oh. What is the gift? Something saucy? Oh, it's just flowers. It's such a relief to finally be getting home. Today was such a long day. After Damien left, I was really off-kilter for a little while. I got back to normal quickly enough, but not before my boss told me off for being scatterbrained. I can't help but feel a little uncomfortable with him now, and the thought of seeing him again next Sunday makes me uneasy. Oh, the tragedy of it all. It's probably not a big deal, I know. He just asked for my opinion, like many customers often do, and introduced himself. There's no reason for me to feel wary, and yet I do. But I just can't shake this feeling of I can't say that word, foreboding that's settled on my shoulders from the moment he kissed my hand. What is he, Prince Charming now? Oh dear. Oh, she's got a nice kind of really nice apartment for like a woman that works as a waitress. Except the art is kind of questionable. It was such an awkward thing to do, but he acted so naturally that no one even batted an eye. My face gets warm again just thinking about what people must have thought. People? You're in a cafe, lady or waitress. I'm distracted as I walk up to my front door, so I don't notice what's there right away. Celine, huh? Lying up against my door are a bouquet of flowers in a package. I really like the music. It's very serene. I haven't ordered anything, and today isn't a special occasion, so I have no idea what's in the box or who the flowers are from. I do love roses. Even though it looks like someone just got me something really nice for no reason, I can't help but hesitate to bring it inside. Well, it could be a bomb, you know, or poisonous roses. I don't know if you should. Not thinking too much about it, I pick up the flowers and package and take them inside with me. Oh, don't you have a cute little apartment that you, never grew up in? Like a child's bedroom, almost. Oh my goodness, girl, you need help. The teddy bear. Actually, this kind of looks like my bedroom. Oh dear. I put the flowers, they're my favorite kind, which is a bit odd for someone to know, in a vase on my dining room table, adding some water to it to keep them alive longer before going to my bedroom. What? You're not even gonna read the card of who sent it to you? Oh, okay. After opening the package, I find that the interior is covered in protective plastic. Maybe he's scared of germs. I look inside, pulling out the bubble wrap hiding the gift. I gasp as I see a jewelry box and the brand name on it. Whatever this is, it's from one of the most expensive jewelry stores in the city. I stare at it in shock. Who could have gotten this for me? Nobody I know has this kind of money. Ruling out any family or friends. And if it was left at my doorstep, which means that someone I don't know knows where I live. Ooh. Further inspection of the box shows that it wasn't posted through the mail, but rather hand-delivered. That's unsettling. I hesitate to open the gold box. Maybe the person got the wrong address. That certainly makes more sense than a stranger getting me something like this out of nowhere. Still, curiosity wins out. They'll never know if I open it first just to check, right? I ignore the warning bells going off in my head, perhaps foolishly, but I can't help myself. It's been a weird kind of day. First my stoic, silent customer finally talking to me, then these strange gifts. It's enough to make any girl tired. Putting my good sense aside, I open the box carefully, and inside is one of the most expensive chokers I've ever seen. It's beautiful, exquisite. It's understated, but that's real gold, and those are real diamonds. It looks like it'll fit perfectly if I put it on. Part of me really wants to put it on right now. This instant, it's such a fine piece of work, but it could easily get stolen. And seems like the casual kind of display of wealth that might get me mugged. Get her mugged. Oh, look at her. She's thinking about these thoughts in her head right now. It's like, I would be more worried about who sent this to me. Another part of me wants to keep it, but keep it in my house, safe, and only take it out for special occasions. Oh, lordy, I think I would pawn it. Not that I have many of those, and especially not any that would require something this nice. And then there's the part that is suspicious of the seemingly incautious, excuse my English, if lavish gift. It might make more sense to get rid of it. I don't think I could bring myself to put it in the trash, though. It's too nice for that. Trash? Take it to the pawn shop, lady. Instead, I'll have to go to the front desk and see if anyone is missing their delivery. Standing there, looking at the choker and watching it glimmer in the yellow lighting, I try to decide what to do. Tampering with mail is a felony, and this is probably not meant for me. I better get it returned to the right person. I'm going to keep it, but I don't want to flaunt wealth I don't have, so I'll keep it tucked away in my bedroom where it'll be safe. I doubt a delivery person would mess up this badly. I'm going to put it on right now. I don't want to seem too ungrateful to whoever gave it to me. What? You're gonna put on expensive, really expensive diamond necklace that your stalker probably sent you and is watching through your window? If you could put his gift on your neck, like you're a piece of his property. But maybe I should play along. I think I'm gonna play along. I carefully remove the choker all the way and then put it around my neck. I struggle for a moment to get the clasp right, but once it clicks together, it stays on firmly. Oh, now she's a piece of jewelry. She's a possession. I go to the bathroom to survey myself in my mirror, and wow, I look good with this on. It goes really well with my complexion, but is understated enough to not look as ostentatious as I imagine. But it's not something to wear around the house, so I go to take it off. And can't. Uh-oh. Like I said, it's, it won't come off. Whatever device I had used to put it on before almost seems to have disappeared. Pulling the choker around to see what exactly is going on, I realize that where the two ends joined, there's a lock that covers it. Well, that was stupid. Didn't you see that before you put it on? It's like a chastity belt. Essentially, it'll take someone with a key to open it, and I don't have that. I checked the box it came in, and there was nothing else. I take a deep breath in, then out, and repeat. It's almost impossible not to start panicking. I definitely shouldn't have ignored my instincts. Did the person who sent this know what they were sending me? Is this somehow malicious? No, yeah. I can't help but want to think that maybe it was an innocent mistake. It'll be terrible if I end up having to cut it off. But I finally calm down when I realize that even if the locking device is weird, it's not like there's anything actually wrong with the choker itself. I'm still uneasy about the whole thing, but I feel a bit better, and I'm able to make dinner and settle in to do my homework. The necklace of death. Oh, look, she's looking at me. The next week goes well without any further gifts or weirdness. Still, I'm a little hesitant to see Damien again, as I assume I will on Sunday morning. I show up to work bright and early. Shelley, one of my coworkers, is already clocked in, and she greets me warmly. Wow, look at you! That's a gorgeous necklace! Do you want it, Shelley? I'd give it to you if I could take it off my neck. I blush and finger it. I still haven't been able to get it off, despite my best efforts. Still, it looks so nice that I've gotten over my alarm and have decided that at least this way no one can steal it from me. What? Are you crazy, girl? Celine, thanks! It looks really good, doesn't it? It sure does! She winks. What is that supposed to mean? But it looks expensive. I bet it costs more than a year's worth of rent for me. Are you holding out on me, or do you have some secret rich boyfriend? No, I just have a secret rich stalker. I know she's teasing, but her words bring to mind the fact that I do have a secret admirer, who certainly does appear to be wealthy. It was a gift. I have no idea who from, though. I can't get the darn thing off. Shelley gasps, and then grins wildly. Oh man, I'm so jealous. A rich guy secretly pining after you. It's so romantic. No, it's not. I shrug uncomfortably. It doesn't feel as romantic as Shelley's making it out to be. Even though I'm enjoying my gift, it makes me a little uneasy that I don't know who it's from. You still haven't figured it out yet. You're not the smartest crayon in the box, silly. Rick. Hey ladies, those tables aren't going to serve themselves. Our manager, Rick, I guess that's Rick, calls out from the kitchen, apparently seeing us chatting away and not working. We grin sheepishly and hurry to get back to work. Sunday mornings are always pretty busy. I forgot about Damien and the choker with all the hubbub, and it's only when he shows up at 9, impeccably dressed and looking handsome as usual, that I remember. If you got guys with white hair that wear the same clothes every day and order the same thing every day, it's with a wary sort of warmth that I approach him. It only feels right to be a bit friendlier after our introduction last week. My discomfort isn't a priority, it's maintaining good customer service. Wow, you sound like such a nerd. Silly Damien, good to see you back! How's your week been? He looks at me with an expression of skeptical surprise. It's been... His gaze isn't meeting mine, instead he's looking lower at my neck. He's looking at the choker, I realize. Very satisfying. Uh-oh. His eyes lift to meet mine again. And how was your week, Celine? Oh, it was fine. You know, school, work, the usual. Choker that I can't get off my neck. I feel kind of flattered that he's taking such an interest in me, stalker or not. I can't deny that he's an attractive man. Is this that book? What was that called? Shades of Grey, Shades of Black, or something? Oh, it's kind of like that. Shades of Pink. Not that I ever read that book. It's too much for me. Between his normal, reticent silence and my wariness of his repeat visits, I've never really given any thought, though now it's sticking like a burr. What the? That doesn't make any sense at all. Damien, just the usual? The way he says it makes it a leading statement, and I wonder for a moment if he knows something I don't. Come on, Celine. Can't you put 2 to 2 together yet? The way he was looking at my neck, I realized he must have noticed the choker. Oh. Oh, if he really is stalking me, wouldn't he be a bit jealous of someone else's gift? Oh my goodness, Celine. Especially since I'm wearing it. It's from Damien. Well... I reach up and toy with the choker absent-mindedly. Why would you touch the choker of death? I did get a surprise gift last weekend. It looks nice, doesn't it? Why would I say it looks nice? I can't get it off. I motion to the choker around my neck. It truly does. He's probably licking his lips. He looks so smug, so satisfied that for a moment I wonder... Is she gonna get it? Is she gonna get it? Is Damien behind the gift? Is he the one who gave it to me? And suddenly, the question is on the tip of my tongue. Ask him teasingly if he knows something I don't. This is really bold of me, but I have to know. Ask him if he is the sender. I'm too nervous. I can't bring myself to ask it, despite my curiosity. That's the saddest little reply. Let's go with the... Let's be bold. Come on, Celine, you're bold. Ooh, look at his eyes. Damien was clearly not expecting me to ask that, if his expression is anything to go by. Like, yes, he wants a passive little shy, little coy toy. Why would you think that? His question is mild and unoffended, but I realize pretty quickly that I've overstepped. Oh, no reason, just thought I'd ask, since the giver didn't leave their name. I'm fit to burst with humiliation. What could have possessed me to ask that, so bluntly and to a stranger at that? So what if he shows up every Sunday and sits in my section and stares at me? There are so many other explanations that are plausible besides him being a stalker. Sure, stalker is the first thing that comes to mind, but you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover. Yes, you are. Or something like that. Celine, I'm sorry. That was really out of line. Oh, girl, you're so sad. I don't even expect a tip at this point. I'll be happy if he doesn't complain to Rick. I would like him not to come back to the diner again. That would be even better. I'll have my usual. Maybe I should spike his toast and bacon with something. I'm a little taken aback by his sudden change of subject. Oh, of course, I'll be right back with it. I turn to leave, needing to wallow in my shame, out of the public eye, when I feel a warm hand gently grab my wrist. I turn back and see Damien smiling at me. I wouldn't worry about getting gifts from strangers. I'm sure your gift giver has no ill intentions towards you. Are you sure about that? Just be grateful that someone cares enough to spend that time to put a smile on your face. I don't think I was smiling, putting a choker on my neck that I can't get off. I can only nod dumbly. He releases my hand, and I stiffly make my way to the kitchen to give the order, baffled by his words. The encounter. Ooh la la. What happened with Damien hangs like some kind of rain cloud over the rest of the week. Embarrassment clings to me from seeing Damien in that awful conversation. Even though he wouldn't say he was the one who gave it to me, after a lot of thought, I've decided he must have something to do with it. Of course he does. I don't have any proof though, and I've humiliated myself enough. Thoughts about Damien and the choker cycle through my mind, unbidden like they have been all week. You mean you've been wearing the choker all week? Ooh, you getting like a little choker rash under there? I think about how he's been staring at me for months now. At first, when Shelley called him my stalker, I thought that she was overreacting and took it more like a joke. Though after a while, I started thinking the same thing to myself. But nothing ever came out of it, so I was never worried. Then he started talking to me, and then the flowers and choker. The choker I can't take off. The thing is, any evidence I have about Damien being a real threat is circumstantial, and I'm hesitant to call him anything of the kind even now. It's never seemed like it, but he could be shy or something. He could just be that socially awkward, like I considered at first. It seems like he has a lot of money from the way he dresses. So even if the choker is from him, it could be a weird way of showing affection. He might not be able to express it very well. Why would you want his affection anyways? Then again, he wouldn't admit to it when I asked. That's odd if he's using it to make a move of some kind. There's also the chance that he really is a stalker the way Shelley had said. I wonder if I should be worried. Of course you should be worried. And it may sound stupid, I still don't feel really threatened by him regardless of what he is. That does sound stupid. Uncomfortable, yes. A little weirded out, absolutely. But afraid of him? Not at all. You should be. Still, part of me is dreading going to work on Sunday and seeing him. Something's changed between us, something I can't see or define, but I know it's there anyways. Why don't you change your work schedule so you don't work Sundays? My thoughts keep conflicting with each other, and I want to keep thinking about this until I can unravel the mess in my mind. Despite not making any progress over the last week, I'm so confused. I don't really know what to think. Well, you overthink things too much, Celine. You talk too much in your head. But right now, it's Saturday, and I'm going to meet my friend for a night out of the town. It's been too long since I've really let loose. The choker is a comforting weight against my neck. Are you sure it's comforting? Maybe it's just getting heavier and heavier. And I've taken to fiddling with it when I'm bored or nervous. No matter who gave it to me, Damien or some stranger, and the circumstances surrounding it, I really appreciate the gift. Yes, but you can't take it off, even when you shower. You must be getting like some kind of rash, or you would think. I do wonder what the catch is. There's always a catch to good things. But since there's nothing I can do, it's just one more thing to conflict my thoughts, so I'm trying not to think about it. Either way, it's time to get going. I take one last look in my mirror to make sure I'm ready. Seeing my makeup looks flawless and my clothes immaculate, I leave my apartment and head for the bus stop. The bus stop? Kaylee. Hey, look who's finally taking a break from life to hang out with her friend. I like the backdrop though. It kind of reminds me of the 80s. Celine. I'm not that much of a workaholic, Kaylee. It's nice to see her. She's one of my best friends, and it feels like we've been through everything together. Childhood, her parents' divorce, high school, now college and adulthood. I couldn't ask for a better friend. So, where do you want to start? We're at one of the most popular nightclubs in town. On a Saturday night like this one, it's packed with people and it takes a while to reach the counter and get our drinks. We order shots to get the night started, then go to the dance floor. Getting into the mood, we drink, we dance, we flirt. Well, Kaylee does. Anyway, I'm not in the mood for a one-night stand. Ew. That's what kind of woman are you? And we have a great time. It's wonderful to let loose. We both can hold our liquor pretty well. Oh, she's a drinker too. So we're not sloppy drunks, but Kaylee's a bit ahead of me with all the drinks. Various cute guys have bought her. I'm no ugly duckling myself. But Kaylee has a sort of charisma that just draws people in. She's a real queen bee, so to speak. But she's never cruel or malicious. Her confidence outmatches mine by a lot. I've known her since kindergarten, even though she's always had a lot of friends. She and I have always been closest. She's encouraged me over the years to grow confident and strong. But even so, there's still only so much I can manage. I'm not necessarily a wallflower, but I can't just flit from person to person, making small talk and new friends as easily as breathing like Kaylee does. Kaylee nudges me, interrupting my thoughts. You do overthink too much, Celine. You want to grab some more drinks? She has to speak loudly over the beat of the bass and the chattering crowd. I turn to her and nod. But I've got a pretty good buzz and don't want to ruin it by overindulging. A nice cold water would be good, though. We step up to the bar, and while we're waiting for the bartender to come our way, a guy starts chatting Kaylee up almost immediately. Kaylee seems interested in him, distinctly more so than the others so far. So after we get our orders, I decide to go find somewhere to sit for a bit. My heels are starting to hurt, and I could use some time off my feet. I find a table for two and all, but slump into the cushioned metal chair. I sigh and gulp my water down. I hadn't realized how thirsty I was until I put the glass to my lips. Strange customer. Celine? A somewhat familiar voice saying my name makes me look up and then... Oh look, he's still wearing the same clothes he's wearing all the time. Damien? I'm shocked. I would never have expected to see someone like him in a place like this. He dresses too well, and he definitely doesn't give off the aura of a partier. Still, he's holding a glass of what looks like whiskey straight, and wearing much more casual clothing than I'm used to seeing on him. Well, he's wearing the same outfit he always wears. Celine, what are you doing here? I blurted out and realized how rude it sounds only a second after it's out of my mouth. However, Damien doesn't seem to be offended. The same as you are, I assume. I nod dumbly. I see you decide to wear your gift. My embarrassment from our last interaction comes roaring back and I blush. Yeah, it seemed too nice to just leave it alone, you know? I can't get it off. I'm glad it looks good on you. There's a brief, awkward pause, at least on my end, before I come back to the present. Oh, would you like to sit? That would be lovely. As he takes his seat across from me, I wonder at the chances of us meeting up in such a big city. It seems unlikely to me. I'm not going to say my thoughts out loud, though. I'd sound paranoid. You're already paranoid. I sip at my water, not really knowing what to say. I don't know Damien despite having seen him every Sunday for months. He'd never seemed open to conversation before 2 Sundays ago. So now that I'm faced with him, alone and without a conversation starter, I'm lost. Finally. Do you come here often? Damien's gaze turns to me and I feel like I'm a bug. I'm a bug under a microscope. Oh, now she's a bug. No, this was a bit of experiment. I desperately want to know how going clubbing could in any way be an experiment. What's your hypothesis, then? He looks at me, eyes intense, before smirking. That's a secret. He seems so calm and unflappable while saying it, even as he shuts down my attempt to start a conversation, that I get a little flustered. Well... Are you here with anyone, or did you come out by yourself? I relax at his question. I really don't want to just sit here in relative awkward silence with a somewhat familiar acquaintance. I'd come here for a break. I'm with a friend. She's somewhere around here, getting hit on by a cute guy. Damien's expression darkens for the slightest second before relaxing. It's dangerous to be alone in places like these. There are many who would take advantage of a single drunk young woman, such as myself. Well, that's kind of insulting, even if there is some truth to it. I'm not drunk, just a bit tipsy. Trust me, I can rely on Kelly. To make my point clear, I turn in my seat to point out my friend. I don't know why I feel compelled to give him proof. Maybe it's because a lot of what he said was true, and I don't actually want to be left alone either. But I don't see her anywhere. Kaylee or Kelly, her dear friend, has gone off with a man. Is something wrong? I don't think so. I just can't find my friend. Would you like some help tracking her down? Maybe in a bit if she doesn't show up soon. I don't want her wandering off by herself for too long. A reasonable desire. Did you come with anyone? No, fortunately, I'm not considered an easy target by unscrupulous men. I laugh a little at that. That's an understatement. No, I guess you're not. So you just came to a nightclub to dance? Damien laughs like I said something funny. Looking at him, I can see why. He's not dressed for dancing, but I can easily see him picking up any girl he'd like. The thought makes me a little uncomfortable, especially with the way he's been watching me at the diner. Scratch that with the way he's looking at me now. So, if you're not here to dance, why are you here? Truthfully, I wanted to socialize. My work means I spend most of my time giving orders and managing others. It's in an environment such as this I can meet with equals. At his admission, I start to feel a little excited. I know nothing about this man other than that he likes savory food and has money if the quality of his clothes are any indication. I want to know more about him. Are you sure about that? What exactly do you do? There's a brief pause before Damien continues. I trust you won't go spreading this around. I enjoy my anonymity. I nod eagerly. I'm the CEO of Walmart. I can't help the involuntary gasp that comes immediately after his statement. Walmart is the #1 grocery chain in the world. It has cheap prices, a wide variety of stock, the freshest produce, and lots of name brands. You can get clothes, electronics, and furniture there too. Like its name implies, it has all of everything. Wow, that's big. I'm now unnerved. I've treated him like a normal person this whole time. More than that, I made the absolutely ridiculous assumption that he could have given me the choker and flowers. I wonder what such an affluent, upper-class man is doing spending time at Norman's diner in the first place. No wonder he looks so out of place. With the quality of his clothes, he belongs at a gala or charity fundraiser, not a diner like mine, or even at this nightclub. Why isn't he sitting in the VIP section? Damien seems to read my thoughts. Like I said, I appreciate anonymity. Telling the world who I am would result in paparazzi and special treatment. I do not particularly want that following me everywhere. Oh, I guess that makes sense. It does to a certain degree. I can't imagine being followed around just for pictures, nor do I think I would like to always be treated differently from others. Still, it doesn't entirely sit right with me. Like, it's not the whole truth. But I can't very well argue with him, so I don't voice my doubts. Think about how you would have treated me had you known who I was. It wouldn't be anything like our past interactions, would it? Well, he's definitely right about that. I still don't know how I feel about the way I've treated him. But I won't be forgetting this information anytime soon. If I start acting differently towards him, will that drive him away from the diner after all? No, it wouldn't. Honestly, I don't really know what to think about this. Please, don't let it bother you. I've enjoyed spending the little time I have with you. There's no mistaking his words. I realize all of a sudden, the months of showing up every Sunday, always in my section, the way he would watch me, the kiss on my knuckles when he met me, the compliments he paid me about being pretty, it's clear now what he wants. For some outrageous reason, Damien wants me. Me! A normal girl? Struggling to pay the bills between college and rent, with ever-growing student loans, working part-time at a diner that barely covers my costs? He wants me? Thank you. I've enjoyed our interactions too. It feels like the right thing to say, even though I spend so much time flustered and unsure around him, but I'm not sure it's entirely true. Still, the last thing I want to do is offend him. I'm glad. I would like to get to know you better. You're an intelligent girl. I'm sure you know by now that I'm interested in you. Oh boy, he's right. He's made it fairly obvious, but between meeting him at my job and him being the CEO of Walmart, this could get messy. If I offend him, he could ruin my life easily. Sure, I've noticed that he's handsome. He seems nice enough, although cold and stoic. He's only started to be more expressive recently. I wonder if that's him letting his guard down, so I would somehow know I'm special. I didn't realize before, but that seems to be the case. I don't know what's changed on that Sunday when he introduced himself, but it feels like this is happening really fast. I have to ask myself, am I interested in him too, or is this too much? I think I like him too. I wouldn't mind getting to know him. I don't dislike him, but I don't want to move too fast either. I don't know what to think, but I do know that I'm not into him the way he's into me. This is what I would choose normally. But we should probably play along. Let's do this one. I think I could like you too, but you have to know I don't really have a lot of time. If it's okay with you, I'd like to move slowly. That's fine, we have time. Despite his words, he doesn't seem as fine with it as he says. I try not to let it bother me. If he gets pushy, I know he's not right for me. Despite that, I feel the urge to at least explain myself. The thing is, I'm in college. I work at a diner part-time, 4 days a week. I have to study too. I'm close to the end of my degree, and my homework is piling up. I just don't have a lot of time to dedicate to a relationship, you know. I understand. He still seems reticent, but I don't know what else to say to smooth things over. But he doesn't let it get awkward, even as I'm thinking this might not be a good idea. We can take it slow if you wish, Celine. For now, let's just get to know each other. I smile in relief. Thank you. If I may ask, what are you majoring in? I tell him with a bit of pride in my voice. I can't help it. My degree is being hard-earned. I can't wait to get out of school and get a job and tell him as much. We talk for a while and the conversation flows naturally. After a while, my water runs out and my buzz is fading. Feeling a little parched, I picked up my cup. I'm getting a little thirsty. Do you want anything from the bar? Let me get it for you. It's a man's job to take care of his lady. Ooh, I'm already your lady? Oh, what if he put something in your drink? I feel a little uncomfortable with his declaration, but I also don't particularly want to break brave the thick crowds. Better him than me. I smile cautiously. Thanks, I appreciate it. I'll be here waiting. It's not smart. As he heads towards the bar, I watch as the crowds instinctively shift around him, clearing a path. I'm not sure if it's his natural confidence or the cold look he generally has on his face, but he doesn't meet any resistance making it to the bar. While he's there, I scan the crowds for Kaylee, but don't find her anywhere. It's okay for now. I'm not planning on going home right now. I am excited but wary. It's been a long time since I last had a boyfriend, or even time for a relationship. Part of me is worried I still don't have time, but I think I want to make it work. Not 5 minutes later, Damien is back holding my favorite drink. How does he know your favorite drink? Oh right, he's your stalker. How did you know this was my favorite? I can't help but think that is a little weird. He knows my favorite drink, though I don't know how. A simple guess. I hope you enjoy it. I definitely will. Encouraged by his expression and the fact that he likes me and is willing to take things slow anyways, I eagerly take a long swallow of my drink. Are you sure that was smart? He probably drugged it. Slow down, you don't want to overdo it. It's fine. My buzz has mostly faded. You don't have to worry about me. The look on his face says that he worries greatly. But that doesn't bother me. I know my limits. He's already telling her how to drink. But maybe he drugged the drink, so maybe that's why he doesn't want to just gulp it down. As we talk, I feel the alcohol kicking in more and more. A little too strongly, actually. I start feeling, woozy, swaying in my seat. The world spins, but I haven't moved. Oh, he's drugged your drink. Celine, are you feeling alright? Yeah. The worlds are spinning. I am so drunk. I giggle, but that sends my head whirling. My hand slaps down on the table clumsily to balance myself, and then I feel myself falling. He's drugged her. I suddenly feel warm arms around me, catching me before I tumble out of my chair. You're much too drunk. I told you to take it slow. No, you drugged me, that's what. Yeah. I kind of sound like the whale. Oh, the whale songs. It's a little known secret, but sometimes I'm a belligerent drunk. Instead of a happy one, it seems that belligerence is the name of the game today. Boy, if that, what she just said wasn't a big turnoff for him, I don't know what would be. Or thoughts so blurry. You need to go home, Celine. Let me take care of you. Oh yeah, you will take care of me. You'll probably lock me up in your room. I just giggle as I go to my doom. Okay. Dokie. The last thing I know, Damien's picking me up and I am going home. I cannot wait to take you to your new home, Celine. You'll like it there. My new home. Oh, he is taking me home. If you don't, well, you'll adjust. Since I'm never letting you go. Ever. That sounds bad. Really, really bad. You terrible, evil man with bad hair. Take me home right now, and not to your home. Was I supposed to hear that? What? I turn my head, look at his serious face, and my world goes black. Black as his cold, dark heart. Credits. Oh, the end. The end of the demo. Oh, I was having so much fun with that, guys and gals and people. That was a lot of fun. To be continued. I wanted to know what happened. Thanks for playing. Too bad it didn't end so well for you. Look forward to more on my Patreon in the upper right corner. Well, that was a good game. I guess that was the bad ending, or the bad ending of the demo. But the good ending for Damien and Creepy Stalker Guy. And I hope you enjoyed that playthrough. So please do subscribe to SecretDoorGaming. And I hope you like the video and follow the creator. And because she looks like they are, I think it's a she, or no, it might be a he, or they, and they are developing this game. And it looks like all these different men could turn into different stalking boyfriends of sorts. So yeah, have a good night. Thanks again.